What's up, guys? Big Clive 34 coming to you today with something that I'm pretty excited about, telling you about. I'm sick, it's snowing outside, and we're still in the same boring white office. So let's jump into this. We're going to talk a little bit about how lame the SUV performance market is these days, and what one company is doing to attempt to give us another option. Please remember, guys, to slap that like button if you enjoy this video at any time, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. If you think about it, the Raptor, at least out of the American car sector, is about the best thing that we've got. You know, you have the ST badge that they throw on the Ford Edge and Explorer, and it might be 400-ish horsepower, which could be fun. And obviously, you know, out of Germany, we have some cool offerings. I think there's an M Series SUV that's pretty badass, an AMG SUV that's pretty badass, but, you know, I don't really focus that much. We're talking today about American SUVs and trucks. I don't really know all that much about German stuff, but in America, basically, it's slim pickings. Long gone are the days of the Trailblazer SS, or, you know, like the Cyclone. The Ford Lightning was an exciting truck. I think that the automotive industry kind of figured out, like, hey, these things are cool, but not enough people buy them to support producing them long term. So SVE, the company Specialty Vehicle Engineering, I think they took over for SLP, and I think they also make like the Yanko vehicles. They've come out with a package that you can order straight from the dealer that will take any Tahoe or Suburban of your choosing and upgrade it to a 1,000 horsepower SUV with a warranty. So let's dig into these real quick. So there's two different options. We'll talk about the Stage 1 and Stage 2 package. The Stage 2 is the more powerful, but the Stage 1 might be a little bit more exciting if you ask me. Stage 1 has 1,000 horsepower even. Either stage that you're going to go with, you're going to need a 5.3 liter V8 model Tahoe or Suburban. For the Stage 2, they will only build them in rear wheel drive, and 1,000 horsepower is really pushing the components on a 4x4, so I could see why that is. Anyways, you get a stroked LT1 in both cases, which amounts to 6.8 liters. That is a big motor. That's like LS7 territory almost. It's supercharged. You got your forged internals, you got your fuel system, and supporting mods, exhaust, injectors. I guess injectors are part of the fuel system, so that's a little bit redundant, but you get the picture. All this amounts to 1,000 horsepower. And you get a standard upgraded transmission. The transmission comes with a 1-year, 12,000 mile warranty. The engine you get 3 years and 36,000 miles on. You also get that same 3-year, 36,000 mile warranty on non-powertrain components. And they say that includes satin finish and chrome trim paint options. And perhaps the more exciting package, to me at least, is the Stage 1. It is only 810 horsepower, but you can get it in a 4x4. So 810 horsepower with 4x4 launches, 1,000 horsepower with rear wheel drive. If you're doing serious racing with it, like, I mean, rear wheel drive is probably the way to go. But the Stage 1 for street use seems like a ton of fun. It has a smaller supercharger. It's very similar. Smaller supercharger. The upgraded transmission is now optional, so you have to buy that. There's no upgraded fuel system, but both come with fancy badging, floor mats, all that stuff that makes this thing look a little bit different. You can get a suspension upgrade to lower it 2 inches in the front and 3 inches in the back. You can get a choice of different 22-inch wheels, different exhaust options, a painted supercharger, and that. What does this all come down to price-wise? Okay, so it seems like the cheapest possible Tahoe or Suburban that you can get into is $48,000 to like 50-ish if you want to go with the Suburban. 48's the Tahoe. The Stage 1 kit is $44,995, which will bring it to the cheapest possible price that you can get, being 93 grand for one of these things. And that's probably a Tahoe with like absolutely no options in it. That's not very exciting sounding, but a couple more options, maybe like 100 grand. It'll be comfortably optioned out, and you'll have your Stage 1 package. For Stage 2, with a base model vehicle, you can look at it as cheap as $115,000. I kind of had to think twice about that because it almost, to my brain, didn't compute that a Tahoe would be $115,000. And the Stage 2 package is $66,000, $66,995 actually. So what do I think of these packages? Well, they're both ridiculously expensive. Without a doubt, you could build both of them a lot cheaper, but I don't think that the idea here is for people who want to build and wrench on their own things. It's a little bit more expensive because this is for the people who don't want to do that. They don't want to worry about it. You're mostly, I feel like, buying the warranty and buying the fact that you don't have to turn a single wrench on this thing. The warranty is probably more than worth it, you know, especially with a heavy vehicle. The one thing that I do notice about this though is that you have no upgraded drive shaft, you have no upgraded rear end, you have no upgraded axles. And weighing in as heavy as these things are, because it's a full interior, full weight SUV with a ton of power, you could probably maybe get away with those things, but if you're launching these things, you know, I feel like the axles are probably gonna go. But I've seen crazier things happen. Like, I'm not too sure about the new stuff there, but I would think that if you're buying this thing because you don't have to wrench on it and you're gonna beat on it, then the axles and the drive shaft and the rear end are going to be a problem. I read through the warranty, and again, correct me if I'm wrong here, but it doesn't look like any of that stuff is covered. I usually have been pretty critical of SVE because they do charge ridiculous prices, but as I get deeper into this kind of thing and reporting on different stories and seeing what different vehicles cost, you know, it's actually not too bad. Just as a comparison, the $115,000 for a base model SUV with stage 2 compares very nicely to the ZR1, which starts at $120K. So probably at about $120K, you can get some decent options in a Tahoe or Suburban and have that SUV or that 1,000 horsepower package in an SUV that's probably a little bit faster than a ZR1, I would think, in a straight line with somebody who could drive, or at least somewhat similar in the ballpark, because I'm probably going to come under fire for that comment. But anyway, do I think it's cool? Absolutely. It'll be interesting to see these things when they come out. I would love to see one at the track. SVE, I think, did a pretty good job of offering up a package that is going to be a lot of fun to drive. So that's all I got on this thing. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Remember, slap that like button, subscribe for more, and I will catch you guys next time. I'm sick and I'm going to sleep and it's snowing outside, so I'm going to go hibernate. Thanks, guys. I will catch you later.